Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. So today I'm going to continue to talk about the full moon. I know we covered it yesterday, but it's an eclipse and a full moon and it's a lot of energy. If you don't follow lunar cycles and it's not your cup of tea, then feel free not to watch this or just take the cards for guidance for the next month, because moon or not, your month is happening, so there's still some guidance to happen. The reason I'm bringing up the moon is because moons are a time of letting go. Full moons are a time of letting go. So what needs to clear in your life? What needs to be removed so that something new can come in? So I pulled cards a little differently today. I'm pulling quite a few helpers and then a major and a minor arcana card to kind of guide us into the next month. And then we'll have our daily pulls. But I kind of wanted to see what energy we're stepping into right now. So we're going to start with the majors. And I'm using one of my very first tarot decks, the Wildwood Tarot. I love this tarot, not necessarily a beginner deck, but if you're drawn to Celtic energy, it's a great one. So the major that came out is the Green Man. Green Man is the same as Emperor, if you know traditional tarot. But in the Wildwood Tarot, it's a little bit more lush and fertile. So Green Man is really strong, and traditionally Emperor is really strong and knows what he wants. But the Green Man brings a little bit of a twist on that. Not that we change the majors a lot, but he is really a lot about stepping in to some strong energy, some releasing and receiving and stepping in and knowing that it's time. So you see how he's creating this potion? So it's a beautiful energy around full moon. What have you released and then put into this potion to come out into the world? So part of this energy would be for you to start looking at, what is it I want to create? And not just in the day, because remember, we're pulling for the month. So start to think about, like, the end of this month is New Year, right? Christmas happens and we're stepping into a New Year. So it's the time to start to think, what do I want to brew? So today, what am I releasing? What do I need? A lot of us would be fear. There's a lot of fear still. Anything in your life that's holding you back, so that you can start to create this potion for your life. And then you become a leader. The helper in this is 10 of bows in this deck, which is the same as 10 of wands in traditional tarot. Can you see how he's carrying this all up this mountain to this fire? Tens are strong cards, but 10 of bows or 10 of wands is really about a lot of responsibility. Can feel like a burden. But right here, when we're bringing this with the Green Man and we're going to create a potion and we're going to step into the world and step into our power, and how are we going to do that? We can't forget that we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to carry that power with integrity. We have a responsibility to share that power, to not just keep it to ourselves. And we have a responsibility to keep going. So here's your 2 cards for the month. But what helpers come with those? So what can we do with that? First step, which I think is a really important card for full moon, is actually clearing. And so this can be so many different things. This could be starting in the physical. Is it time for purging? Have you decorated for Christmas and you've pulled out bins and you need to purge those? Is it time to purge your closets? Is it time to physically start purging things? And then mentally, what thoughts are you holding on to that no longer serve you? What wounds are you holding on to that no longer serve you? As you start to look, are you holding patterns in your life that really aren't you anymore? So there's a lot of interesting energy around stepping into your power that requires some clearing. Full moon is a fantastic time for clearing. Start making a list and burn it, just to get clarity on what you're letting go of, and throw it in the fire. Something like that. Take your donations to, actually, I don't know if donations are going out right now, but hopefully, if not, put them in a bag for later and stick them in your garage. Clear out your house. It's time for clearing. Because what's coming, I pulled out an animal for us, is this beautiful raven. Ravens are such wise beings, but this one denotes news. So some new news is coming into your life, which is interesting because there's this real stepping into your power energy, clearing things out. So you need to be prepared for new news that's coming in, and let's hope it's great news. So what is going to come towards you? So don't be surprised if in this month some new information comes to you to help you step into your power. Whether it's going to be a person you let go of or a person that comes in, some great opportunities, but look for news and look for the signs that you're going to see ravens. Something about ravens will come up, which will be clarity for you. Or spend time with raven. It's a great time to do shamanic journeys with full moon and spending time with the ravens or the crows and some of that real wise, what would be considered darker energy, but it's just shadows. So we start looking at that piece of ourselves that needs let go and acknowledge. So ravens, news is coming. And then ultimately, a doorway wanted to show up. So we're going to start stepping through a door. If you're going to start stepping into your power, clearing your way. Isn't that a beautiful doorway? I live in Alberta. It does not look like this. I wish it did. You're going to take on responsibility. You're going to just become the full magical you. The doorway that's coming up for us is this. I'm going to read it to you. A toast to friendship. 3 of Cups is happiness. Celebration is near. So how exciting is that in these times to say, you know what, if we step into our power, we start looking at what responsibility that is, we start clearing away, maybe spending some time with the ravens, looking for new news, accepting it, and seeing what happens, it gives us this chance to say, you know what, it's time for celebration. I'm hoping this news brings me into a whole new doorway of my life. And so New Year's is coming up, so start thinking about that. You can bring in your own news. You can start celebrating your own life. And I'm not, like, I know some of it's been really heavy, but what are some actions we can do around that? So that's a lot of information from the full moon. Light a candle, sit with it, see what you want to do with it. And then if you want to follow, we can see what cards come up throughout the weeks as we get closer into the Christmas season and then into the New Year's. So I hope that helps. I hope you feel strong and that you can sit in your power and do some releasing. So wishes that you had a fabulous full moon, that you're going to step into that energy, and that you still have an opportunity to clear.